You know when those cameras are rolling and there's no fixing stuff up later with editing or special effects? That's when the real fear factor kicks in. Get set for some seriously spine-chilling stuff as we dive into those moments on live TV that went totally haywire. From weird happenings to accidental broadcasts of creepy events, we're here to show you the some scariest incidents ever caught on live TV. For ages, people have been wondering why we hardly ever catch UFO sightings live. But with today's tech, things are changing. Take this footage from Peru in February 2020, for example. Capital TV organized a gathering at Yaya Beach, a hotspot for UFO sightings, with about 200 people eagerly watching. And boy, did they get a show! During the live broadcast, viewers spotted a mysterious light hovering above the water. It was like something out of a sci-fi flick. The crowd got even more excited when they waved their laser pens at the light and it seemed to respond. Despite some folks trying to debunk it, eyewitnesses are convinced they saw a legit UFO. This sighting left everyone buzzing, sparking endless discussions and speculation about what exactly was up there in the sky. It's April 2020, and the Pope just finished giving one of his speeches in Vatican City. But as he heads indoors, something weird happens. He seems to vanish into thin air. Cue the rumors and speculation. Some folks thought the footage got messed with, but since it was airing live, there wasn't much room for doubt. People started tossing around theories like maybe the Pope was projected as a hologram instead of being physically there. And to add to the mystery, the Vatican swooped in and removed all video copies, leaving only the authorized version out there. Why? Well, that's still up for debate. Some think maybe the Pope wasn't feeling well that day, while others suggest it could have been a safety measure to prevent any potential threats. And then there are those who think it's something more mystical, like a divine miracle showcasing the Pope's special connection to the divine realm. Whatever the explanation, it's got people scratching their heads and wondering what really went down that day. In the middle of a regular news report in Russia, something seriously mind-blowing happened right behind the unsuspecting reporter. Out of nowhere, a glowing light appeared in the sky, catching the cameraman's sharp eye. The reporter, totally caught off guard, couldn't help but blurt out her amazement. This luminous orb gracefully floated away, lighting up everything around it. What's crazy is that it all went down on live TV, making it hard to doubt if it was real or some tricky special effects. Now, as news of this jaw-dropping event spread on Russian social media, people went nuts with speculation. Some were convinced they'd just witnessed a real-life angel in the sky, while others were shouting, "Extraterrestrial life!" But here's the kicker. Despite all the excitement and wild guesses, we still don't know where this luminous orb came from. Sure, it could be some natural light thing, like a rare atmospheric phenomenon, but the mystery hangs on. Being a weather reporter? Talk about risky business. These brave souls head out into the field to give us live reports, even when Mother Nature's throwing a fit. Matt Rodewald, a Fox reporter, got a first-hand taste of that danger while covering local lightning strikes and floods. So, there he was, putting together his report, when suddenly a flash flood left a bunch of cars stranded. But here's the scary part. A massive lightning strike was creeping up just a few meters behind him. In the video, you can see this bolt of lightning barely 20 feet away, lighting up the whole screen with its blinding flash and explosive crack. Now, Matt dodged a bullet there, no doubt about it. It was pure luck that he wasn't hit by that lightning bolt. Lightning doesn't mess around. It's a serious threat to human life. If Matt hadn't been so lucky, well, things could have turned out a whole lot worse. So, let this be a reminder. Lightning strikes can happen out of nowhere, and it's best to stay safe when you're out in a storm. Imagine you're out there as a reporter, doing your thing, filming live segments. It's already a bit of a wild ride with potential mishaps lurking around every corner, like cameras acting up or interviewees being less than cooperative. But what if one of those mishaps involves a vehicle almost taking you out in front of a live audience? Talk about raising the stakes. In Russia, On SBS TV, a reporter had viewers gripping their seats as a helicopter buzzed a little too close during a live report. She was covering the helicopters featured in the 100th anniversary celebration. As these choppers started lifting off, one pilot got a bit too adventurous and decided to get up close and personal with the reporter for reasons still unclear. Now, it's hard to pinpoint just how close that chopper got, but it was near enough to whip up a gust of wind, tousling her hair. Scary stuff, right? Just think about the potential disaster if there had been a collision. It's chilling to imagine what could have happened, serious injuries or worse. What's ironic is that the reporter seemed unaware of the danger she was in, powering through her report like a total pro, despite the near miss. And to add another twist, the noise from the helicopters drowned out her voice, so she couldn't even warn viewers about the danger she'd just dodged. Maybe she was blissfully ignorant or just committed to delivering the news. Hazards be damned. During a live news broadcast in Honduras, things got seriously weird. The newscasters were doing their thing when, out of the blue, one of their glasses decided to go on a solo adventure. I'm not talking about a little nudge. This glass straight up moved several inches all on its own. The newscasters, clearly puzzled, kept their cool and carried on with the report. But here's the kicker. Carlos Molina, the host, spilled the beans later, saying he felt a shiver down his spine just before the glass pulled its stunt. Now, they were quick to shut down any accusations that the production team was playing games. Molina even tried to move the glass himself, but couldn't budge it. It was like it was glued to the table. He was seriously freaked out, convinced this whole thing had a supernatural vibe. The viewers didn't miss a beat, and lots of them chimed in about what they thought went down. The image of that glass doing its own thing stuck with the folks who saw it live. So, what caused the glass to go rogue? No one's got a solid answer. Sometimes, in your line of work, you might find yourself facing some pretty uncomfortable situations. Just ask these two hosts who found themselves dealing with a guy who swore up and down that he owned a haunted doll. The whole point of featuring this spooky doll on their show was to give viewers a good scare. According to the owner, the doll had to be kept restrained to prevent any harm. He even claimed it was still connected to the souls of its original owners. Creepy, right? Things got even tenser when the doll supposedly started crying during the segment. One host tried to joke about the doll being stuck, only to be shut down by the other. While the show might not have wowed viewers, it's worth noting that there are plenty of stories out there about dolls behaving strangely and even attacking people. Gives you the chills just thinking about it, huh? So, you've probably heard those wild conspiracy theories about the President of the United States being connected to aliens, right? Well, one incident got a ton of buzz back in 2012 during a live TV speech by former President Barack Obama. Some sharp-eyed viewers thought they spotted something odd in the crowd, a Secret Service member who looked, well, not quite human. People were talking about the weird angles of his head, neck, and other features, thinking he might be some sort of extraterrestrial secret agent. Now, this discovery got all those alien conspiracy theorists super excited. They were pointing at the video like, "See, we told you there are aliens among us." They even suggested that maybe one of these aliens was working with or for the president, past or present. But hey, not everyone was on board with that idea. Some folks had a different take, suggesting that maybe this mysterious alien was just trying to hide its true identity. They thought maybe the camera accidentally spilled the beans on its extraterrestrial nature. And get this, some even said the alien was using mind tricks on Obama. Now, let's clear something up here. That figure in the video? Definitely not an alien. While some might argue otherwise, others reckon it was just the lighting playing tricks. You know, how people can look kind of funky on camera depending on the lighting? During a live TV news broadcast in 2016, viewers got a shocker when a woman disappeared into thin air. Yep, you heard that right. It happened at an airport during an interview for a Danish sports program. While the interview itself might have been a bit dull, the real action was happening in the background. Keep your eyes on the frame and you'll spot a blonde woman in the distance. Blink and you'll miss it. She appears for a split second before vanishing into thin air. Once the video hit the internet, it went viral faster than you can say, "Where'd she go?" People were tossing around theories left and right, from glitches in the Matrix to her just walking away when nobody was looking. But here's the kicker. The timing had to be spot on for her to vanish like that, and she seemed to be on a different level than the person in front of her. It's a head-scratcher that's kept people fascinated, but so far, no further developments or explanations have surfaced. The woman who disappeared remains a mystery, leaving us wondering if she'll ever reappear or if she's slipped into obscurity for good. If you are enjoying our video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon for more videos like this. You know, when you get the chance to write a story involving an animal, it's pretty exciting. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But as this story will show you, it can turn pretty risky real quick. So, this reporter, Charlie Starmer Smith from The Telegraph, headed to South Africa for a segment about lions. Now, Charlie probably felt pretty confident in his experience with confined spaces and people, thinking he had everything under control. But things went sideways real fast. At first, everything seemed normal when they entered the cage with the lion and its handler. But then, chaos broke loose. The lion's behavior went from calm to crazy, and it attacked the journalist, followed by the handler. Even though the handler tried to regain control, the lion kept lashing out, leaving Charlie with some serious battle scars. Eventually, the handler managed to calm the lion down long enough for Charlie to make a daring escape. But dang, those injuries showed just how intense the lion's assault was. Looking back, was it a smart move to put them both in that cage? Definitely not. But it's more than just a lapse in judgment. It's a reminder that even trained wild animals in captivity can be unpredictable. They haven't been domesticated like your average house pet, so their wild instincts can kick in at any moment. Back in 2011, when Japan was hit by that devastating tsunami, something bizarre caught the attention of sharp-eyed viewers. In the background of the news footage, there was this strange creature, a blackbird that seemed to appear and disappear almost like it was fading in and out in slow motion. Now, some folks said it was just a glitch in the video, blaming it on technical issues. But others, well, they had a different idea. They brought up Mothman. Now, Mothman's been a thing since 1966 when it was spotted in West Virginia. There were loads of sightings of this mysterious creature, and things got really spooky when it was seen hovering over the Silver Bridge just before it collapsed. Creepy, right? Some folks thought Mothman was like a warning sign, showing up before disasters struck. So, when that blackbird appeared in the tsunami footage, people started wondering if it could be Mothman making a cameo. Sure, there's no solid proof, but it's got folks talking and adding more mystery to Mothman's legend. You've heard of Michael Jackson, right? Well, after his passing, there were all sorts of rumors and conspiracy theories swirling around. And then, at the 2018 Emmys, things took a strange turn. Enter Teddy Perkins, a character inspired by Jackson and played by Donald Glover's brother Steven in the hit show Atlanta. Now here's where it gets weird. Nobody knew who was behind the Teddy Perkins get-up at the Emmys. Cue the rumors and speculation. Some folks started saying Teddy Perkins was actually Michael Jackson in disguise, using the show as a way to send a message from beyond the grave. Supporters of this theory point to some cryptic stuff Teddy says in the show, hinting at being killed but still being alive. For die-hard Jackson fans, this was like a secret signal from their idol. Emergency broadcasts usually serve to warn folks about dangerous weather or potential threats, but sometimes they deliver unexpected and downright puzzling messages. Case in point, the viewers of KRTV on this one particular day. Out of the blue, the broadcast claimed that local authorities had received reports of the dead coming back to life and attacking the living. You can imagine the panic that ensued. Thousands of folks in Montana actually dialed 911, thinking a zombie apocalypse was happening right before their eyes. Turns out, though, the TV station later revealed that their broadcast system got hacked and the whole zombie warning was a hoax. But you know how it goes. Some skeptics out there think there might be more to the story than meets the eye. Here's where it gets even spookier. There's this leaked document from the US Department of Defense outlining military plans for a zombie apocalypse. And get this, it leaked 3 years after that creepy broadcast. Makes you wonder if there's more to it than just a simple hacking job. In a heart-stopping moment, an ABC news chopper over Brooklyn starts spinning out of control during a routine story. The pilot struggles to regain control, but the chopper crash lands on a building roof. Miraculously, everyone walks away unharmed. It's a testament to the risks journalists and first responders face, highlighting the importance of training and quick thinking in such perilous situations. Get ready for a bizarre animal encounter. A journalist in Australia is tasked with handling this pretty big rooster for a bird exhibition. Everything's cool at first, with the rooster chilling in the reporter's hands. But then, out of nowhere, the rooster gets all riled up, flapping its wings like crazy. The reporter, caught off guard, reacts like something out of an Alfred Hitchcock movie. He lets out this genuine, startling scream and then bolts down the corridor, still freaking out. And the cameras? Oh yeah, they caught the whole thing, making it a viral sensation. Now, while the reporter's impromptu sprint wasn't planned for the broadcast, it sure made for some hilarious footage. And as for the rooster, don't worry, its trainer got things under control. During a press conference on Syria, something eerie happened. Behind President Obama, in the glass, a mysterious figure appeared. It was cloaked and had a creepy vibe, sparking rumors that the White House might be haunted. People speculated it could be a reflection, but further scrutiny suggested otherwise. Former First Lady Michelle Obama even joked about weird noises in the White House, hinting it might be haunted. With legends of spectral encounters by past leaders, the mystery of the White House ghost continues to intrigue. Ivory Coast's journey in the 2022 Africa Cup of Nations came to a surprising end because of a missed penalty by Eric Bailly against Egypt. But here's where things get spooky. When you take a closer look at the footage of the goal and the block, something strange pops up. It seems like just as the ball was about to score, a figure appears out of nowhere, blocking the shot. Some folks even think it's a ghost. Now that's enough to give you chills, right? But before we go jumping to supernatural conclusions, let's take a step back. It's highly unlikely that a ghost swooped in and changed the game. If that were the case, you bet it would have been all over the news, stirring up a storm of discussion. The fact that there hasn't been much talk about this so-called phantom save suggests it might just be a trick of the camera. Maybe it's a case of different camera angles overlapping or some fancy editing that makes it look like there's a ghostly goalie on the field. While the idea of a ghostly intervention adds a spooky twist, it's best to approach it with a healthy dose of skepticism. Here's a head-scratcher from the UK. A politician exits an interview with a red suitcase, but as he walks past a car, it turns green. Viewers were baffled, with some thinking it could be government trickery or a glitch in the matrix. What's weirder is the suitcase had previously changed from green to red on camera. While fantastical explanations are tempting, it's essential to approach with skepticism, though the persistence of this phenomenon sparks ongoing debate. At first, everything seemed peachy as the officer held Pinky and explained to the camera what a loving kitty he was. But as soon as the officer mentioned Pinky's sweet nature, chaos broke loose. Pinky went from cute and cuddly to full-on ferocious. The officer found himself in a tug-of-war with Pinky, who was hell-bent on breaking free. The officer even joked, "We've got a wild cat now!" But the laughs didn't last long. In a shocking twist, Pinky took a leap and sank his teeth into the officer's leg. Yikes! The poor guy was in agony, and you could tell from the look on his face. Pinky's bite went right through the officer's jeans, making matters worse. This wild encounter didn't stay under wraps for long. The video of Pinky's unexpected outburst went viral, making its way onto shows like America's Funniest Home Videos and YouTube. As for Pinky, well, his fate remains a mystery. Did he find a new home after all the drama? We may never know. But one thing's for sure, Pinky's moment in the spotlight sure made a lasting impression. What's your take on these spine-chilling moments? And which other videos do you think deserve a spot on this list? Stay tuned for more captivating content